Let's see here. Or a magic check, rather.
What kind of bug is it?
Make magical stuff happen.
34.
It's a cool beetle.
Dang. I'm going to ask for some mint. Give me a glow as hard as you can check. Let your light shine down. Do not hide it under a bushel.
I'll. This is pretty much just pure physical exertion, so I'm going to call this Constitution just to not get exhausted.
Or explode.
I like that angle. Yes.
And the last time I had to just work this hard while standing up was when I was a line cook, so I'll use that background. That is a 13 on the die for a 25.
Okay. All right. Here's how it works. Grammy Floor whispers into Scarlet's ear, which is then just... This message is so powerful. You can't see it, but everyone just sort of in a direct line between Scarlet and Strawberry just gets like a whisper. It's as if, heat rising off pavement, just a weird shimmer in the air. That's how strongly Strawberry receives it. Although it doesn't get into her mind. Instead, it just travels and trembles along her arm with her hand resting on her son's shoulders and feeding right into his balls of light. And so wherever the light falls, the message is heard. And so by glowing so darn bright, most of the tents are actually penetrated by the light. It's glowing through rather than being stopped. So only people in like the furthest outer blocks are not hearing this message. Now, since it came from Floor, I'm going to ask, am I making up this message, or is this coming from our resident Dragon Spawn expert player?
I'm considering I'm not good at coming up with stuff on the spot. Maybe you should do it.
Okay. Everybody's been checking back in with the group, so Floor has all the necessary information, and so she
Presumably,
reassures.
like Umber came back with the.
Yeah. She
I sent Wimbledon back with a long 16-page handwritten
scroll.
Yes. Probably only Manuel had the patience to read it, because Slots has a similar writing style to him. But anyway, yes, you all know where the thing is and how to get to it.
I provided the clips.
So she starts by congratulating everyone and calling for everyone to remember today not as the day of fear they're making, but their great independence. This is a landmark day that should be marked down and celebrated, and let there be a great thick, heavy line drawn in the ledger. Those to divide those born before this day and those after it. This is just that great a watershed, and she's happy. She's thankful for all those people who ran to their families and their loved ones to embrace them on such a glorious day as this, and that she knows that their new neighbors, she says with a chuckle, aren't who anyone would pick, but there is safety together as there always has been, and directs people to Csen and his underground bunker.
Csen is frantically cleaning out all his teacups and flower pots and buckets so that everybody can have a drink. He kind of doesn't understand fully.
So she's giving directions to everyone to take their most vital necessities, food and water that they can carry, and just head east to shelter.
Yeah, and if they see anybody who hasn't gotten the message, let them know.
If you see any devils, don't tell them, though.
No, keep the information away from the devil.
If you see a skeleton,
No,
Skeletons
skeletons are
are fine.
fine. Just the devils.
Skeleton is not a problem.
What you got against skeletons?
Skeletons just want to dance.
Skeleton wars were the fourth age. It's long since.
Tell me about it. Tell me about Kutzen's reaction to all this.
Well, Csen is so happy that the city, his nearest neighbors are no longer Imperial pig dogs, and are instead breathing the air of independence and freedom, such as he. However, as he sits up in his perch and watches the small trickle of new friends turn into just a broad march of refugees, his smile falls and he thinks, "Dang it, there go all my seeds."
Oh, Kutzen.
that's the song that plays every time he's on screen.
Yep.
It's a good song. I like it.
As the advance crew arrives, anything that can be used as a digging implement is handed out in order to excavate the place. And there's a great mound of clay and earth that's being carted out of Kutzen's small walled compound. Meanwhile, what's going on in the city? Oh, Mint, having made it to the main crossroads, once he is no longer so single-mindedly focused on glowing harder than anyone's glowed before, he can see down this way where all that lumber has gone, and there are now nearly complete but rather hurriedly constructed defensive positions. People built
battlements.
barriers. Battlements. That's the word.
There we go.
Would you call them wooden palisades?
I would not, because that would
No.
make me sad. Fix your computer soon, please.
It'll be
So that's the situation. In fact, they were under your light, and while many people outside the battlements have joined the exodus toward Kutsen, few people in them have. These people seem very dedicated to defending their city.
As is to be expected.
yeah,
Alright.
that's fine.
They seem cool. I'm okay with helping them.
Did any of the Imperials hear that? Did they have a reaction?
Well, they had
Hi.
taken their roof down. They pretty much all heard it.
Hey, can I speak to Manuel for a second?
I mean, I'm just sitting here waiting for there to be a sword
You
fight.
may never not speak to a team member.
That's I don't know why. I
That's
asked permission
completely
early.
untrue. Please do not speak to me
Manuel,
between the hours
no,
of
go
7:30
away.
and
I need-
8:30.
I think it's probably been long enough that I should go check on what the situation is with with the Imperial troops and if there's anything happening.
Oh, you mean
But I
the
probably shouldn't go
Imperial
alone in case there
cowards.
is a fight. So yes, the Imperial cowards. I'm going to enlist Manuel to come help me again.
All right.
Can I just say
You are
I-
a loyal citizen, aren't you, Manuel?
I am not technically considered a citizen under Imperial law.
Can I just say I like that little family power moment with Scarlet and her grandma and Mint.
I have worked for the Empire, though, so does that count?
No.
Listen, that's not
It
my.
ain't the same, I guess.
Manuel is a citizen of all cities and all empires, including this one, so that works, right?
No.
This is the most emotional small talk Manuel and Margaret have had together.
Being part of the Empire is binary. You can't be sentimentally part of the Empire.
It's not my fault I'm not. I simply wasn't born in the Empire and never immigrated into it legally, let's say.
What do you want?
Sure.
It's not really very hard to immigrate into the Empire. They'll take pretty much everyone. That's why they're called the Empire.
Well, I
Kicking
mean,
and screaming, even
maybe we can work out the paperwork after there isn't so much of a demon
until they
lord.
abandon you because scary things happen.
Until traitors who don't represent the Empire abandon you.
That sounds...
Traitors who will
Yes,
soon
I'm sure
hang as soon as I report this.
Margaret says loudly as she enters the taken down tent.
I'm,
As soon as I find a rope.
I'm just peeking in right now.
Oh, okay.
Just peeking in, like, to see what the situation is.
Okay. Hello?
Hello? What?
What do you need?
Well, she's peeking into the tent.
Oh,
And then
Okay.
it got silent.
She's peeking into the tent, and you see that they are ready to march. Everyone's pretty much divided between those carrying arms and armor and those carrying supplies and other not war-making tools for the journey back toward the nearest Imperial city.
This is the nearest Imperial city.
The nearest large Imperial city.
Okay, that's fair. I would describe this place as medium-sized.
It's on the small end of medium-sized, yeah. It's about the largest city a region called the Wastes could reasonably support.
What do they even eat?
It's-
You know.
They've been cultivating the land. If you look at the map, there's even a bit of a green spot. It's on the edge of that.
Oh, good. Maybe my
These are a hardy people.
Maybe my
They've started turning the waste into arable land.
maybe my 2 Hydroid 5s can influence that one spot of greenery.
Maybe.
Gonna turn a
Once this
desert
land has
into
all
a...
been devastated by the invasion of demonic creatures.
And also
Yeah, if
the
it wasn't
red
being burned down by
burning it
hellfire
down.
currently. I
Oh,
suppose.
some ash can be very good for soil.
I mean, yes,
weird.
but that's
Plus-
usually after about 20 or so
Plus,
years.
there's probably like all manner of wildlife here that you could.
all
eat.
manner of wildlife within the wastes, you say.
There's probably some things living here.
I'm sure some.
Okay, so that's what you see when you peek in. Then what? What do you do about that?
Well, what is Lieutenant Seg doing?
Seg, you see, is got himself packed up. He's hanging out with the people who have the weapons, actually.
Okay.
Oh.
I think I see what he's going for. Okay. Manuel, we're going to wait into this alley, and then when I get the signal, if the signal needs to come at all, we're going to go in there and assist the reunification of Imperial troops when disorder breaks out.
Oh, I love
understand what I'm
assisting
saying?
situations, Manuel says as he takes out both of his swords.
Now, please follow me into this suspicious-looking alleyway. Suspicious.
Okay. At about this time, the everything that isn't nailed down has been packed up. Head counts have been made. Duty rosters have been checked off. And Marshal Kakobi is ready to give us the orders to head out. And he calls up Lieutenant Seg to him and thanks his lieutenant for his assistance in facilitating this last-minute strike and march, especially his scrambling to get a proper lineup for that duty roster again. That last-minute change. It seems to have really inspired the men and spurned them on.
That Lieutenant Seg, what a guy.
That guy.
Good job, Seg.
That guy.
3 cheers.
So he'll take the lead and time to march out. So Lieutenant Seg starts the column marching toward the east with the marshal in the middle of it. And then when they get to the middle of town, they stop. And Marshall keeps going until he gets to the front and is like, hey, what the heck?
I think we should probably emerge now, Manuel.
Why you stopping? And he's like, oh yeah, you go on ahead and lead us out as a measure of
We all just respect you so much, sir.
to show we're going with our head held high, sir. And he's like, yeah, that sounds good. And as the marshal leaves, Seg never starts walking again.
Oh,
Does he just go?
And Kakobi keeps turning around every 10 feet, and he's like, "Don't worry, we're
He
coming."
just waves.
Kakobi's got like all the tents and all the food, but you know, Seg's got all the guys with swords and whatnot.
Margaret's gonna cross her arms and just stare at Kakobi as he leaves.
And he's just too embarrassed to admit that this is not the plan.
Unibrow.
No, this is what we planned, guys. We can just keep walking.
And he's gonna get to all the way to Santa Cora before he admits something's wrong.
Really?
Thank you for your show of loyalty to the Emperor, Lieutenant Seg.
Anytime, former Lieutenant Stone. Your service
Sure.
record is exemplary, and we cannot leave our Imperial allies.
I'm glad there are some of you
To
who are
ruin.
looking forward to a
Word.
glorious battle against demons today.
We should assist them in building fortifications and evacuating everyone into their homes, etc.
Yes. Unfortunately, our own mobile fortifications are with the other group that we will be rejoining shortly. He
we'll have
says
to make do
in
with what
a
we have.
voice that is very official and cover my ass tone.
Of course.
He's saluting extra hard.
However,
The most important thing is that we defend the citizenry against whatever is about to happen.
a battle command is nothing if not improvisational.
Mhm.
You said someone is building tunnels, right? Scarlet is building tunnels.
Oh, we're at this point. I think everybody's met up.
Slots is scooping out the
Slots is
the
posing.
bunker, the Csen bunker.
I mean,
We
helping.
should
I'm
get
definitely
everyone
helping
in-
and not just posing.
Actually, they probably wouldn't let Imperial soldiers in the Csen bunker, would they?
Kutsin probably
Csen would
wouldn't.
not.
would
Csen
not, no.
would consider
Oh.
that a foreign occupation.
You'd know, but technically these have just defected from
Perhaps-
their ranking officer. Until
If I were
further
to,
notice.
can I possibly reason with Csen about this at all?
You can try.
Where is he?
He's way
He's
Yeah,
all,
top.
all the way out there. It might be.
He's
this
in
fort.
this pikey wooden circle wall. That's his home.
Is this where everybody is going? Like, is that where all the townspeople are going to go hide?
Yeah.
All this
There's
time?
an
That's
there's an
the hiding
underground
place.
entrance, okay?
There's an underground
Those who
bunker.
wish to hide are
It's-
going there because that is the hiding place.
It's not a clown car. Do you think like the evacuation shelters in Horizon actually are just clown cars?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
Probably.
I'll order the
Also,
Imperial
they're
troops
not in
to-
They're
Horizon.
probably a lot of them are probably just
Actually-
dimensional doors up to private clouds up in
I will-
Cloudland that they own.
I will
So
suggest.
pretentious.
I will suggest to the Imperial soldiers that they hold their ground for now, and I will go try and speak to Csen before we come up with a different plan when he inevitably doesn't accept.
Okay.
In the meantime,
Yes. I love mean times. I love multitasking.
well, in the meantime, I think the rest of it, like me and everyone that was in the tent, has come out now. We reconvened with Mint and Strawberry, and I guess we also ran into these guys as they were in the street and saw that whole thing go down. And so now maybe we should form a plan with Seg to make sure the town is, everyone who needs to evacuate is evacuated, and people who are staying defend the town are supported.
Okay. So, what you just want to like take a survey of what everybody's up to?
Yeah, generally, I mean, we sent the message out, but we don't really see the results of it.
Well, you did see a massive exodus.
Yeah,
headed
aside
towards
from the
Csen.
people leaving, but it's like, well, I'm gonna just ask Seg what his plans are, what the troops who stayed are gonna do now.
Well, we're going to be setting up a scout post to to try to track any movement coming out of the abyss. Right now, the most important thing is reconnaissance. We don't know what they want or where they're headed, and if they're headed this way, well, we'll have to make a plan for that.
And for the people who were setting up those defenses on the west end, perhaps we should back them up.
Perhaps. Are you going to walk over there?
Yeah, I think I want to head that way for now.
You should get some soldiers to carry you.
Why? I'm not.
Why not? They're there.
They're not doing anything right now.
What kind of person do you think I am?
They're like indentured to the party or whatever.
I'm not sure they are.
Well, actually,
Oh, it was a 6. That's worth 1 piggyback.
Yes, you may get a piggyback ride if you so choose.
I'm not getting a piggyback.
If nobody else is, then I'm going to.
You're not even here.
Look, the spirit of the 6 permeates.
You get a piggyback ride from Csen.
Yes. We're having a grand old time.
Things are also like grim here in the town, and then it cuts to Csen, and they're just like.
Well, to be
Having
fair,
a
isn't that
hoedown.
exactly what an evacuation shelter should be like? It's like, man, this is way better than that dang old Hellfire City.
At least we're not being crushed by a demon horde being led by a crusader.
Yeah.
We're just having
so-
piggyback rides. Eating bacon.
Okay, so what do you think Floor wants to do in this situation? I'm kind of like. I can see arguments both ways for her wanting to stay in the town to defend it, but also wanting to go to the others to act as sort of their defense too.
Floor turns to her granddaughter, and with a sense of pride swelling in her eyes, says, "Wherever you want me, boss."
I'm not in charge of anything.
Give it a shot. You might like it.
But I just know that we're gonna have to go confront whatever that was, and it's going to be really dangerous. And I don't know how it's going to go. But if things go wrong, I want the town to be safe.
So,
So stay and protect the town with the soldiers.
Well, I mean, Lieutenant Seg seems like a nice guy.
He seems like he can
maybe-
hold down the fort.
Yeah, I mean, these guys.
Have you ever thought about settling down, Granny?
Okay, just send her to the
I mean,
evacuation.
sure,
I'm
he's
just
half
saying, like,
your age.
Seg and these
but-
guys have it. Like, maybe they can handle it. Maybe we should. I mean, we should have some defense with the people.
These 6 guys.
The only thing there is Csen. They are technically the least defended.
It's true. Send her there.
Okay, so
Send her there.
Yeah, I mean, you should
okay,
go with them.
Grammy Floor.
And also, probably you should take Oxford as well.
Oh yes, Oxford is. Grammy Floor will
Man, what a
we'll
first
walk
week of
Oxford
existence.
over. Yes.
Oxford.
Before Oxford leaves, I'll tell her we will have your birthday party at some point. Whether if I have to fight
Yeah,
Satan himself.
a year from yesterday, she'll have her birthday party.
Well, okay, your 0th birthday party. I promised it, and it's gonna happen.
I guess it's more like your birth party,
Yeah,
It's really
Yeah.
group.
which is not a catchy name at
No.
all.
we need a better name for. We'll work on that. When
You're-
we're
As
done.
long as you don't call it the after birth party, as technically correct as it may be.
Oh man.
That's
Goodbye.
come on.
Let
Goodbye.
him know that no character in this world ever uttered those words. It's just some
Just
god in the
Just
in
a floating
space.
lip triangle in the sky.
Which is also kind of worrying, but we have other fish to
Yeah,
fry.
other things to worry about.
I'm eating fish right now. Huh. Anyway,
So am I,
so
so
evacuation is going fine.
Okay.
Good.
How are you
good.
guys?
You've accepted Grammy Floor. The people have set up the ledger on a pedestal. Well, not so much a pedestal as an ottoman. You take what you can.
Well, Csen calls it an ottoman, and they call it a pedestal, but it's an upturned wooden bucket.
Bucket. Good bucket.
It's a nice bucket. Don't get me
Nice
wrong.
bucket. It's nice.
I'm just calling it like it
This
is.
was the cleanest bucket Coots.
Watch where you're going with all that excavated mud.
I could keep it. I got a lot of recipes.
I don't want it messing up my carpet.
He doesn't even have a
Which is
carpet,
grass.
does he? Which is the grass.
That's
So yeah,
grass.
things are going about as you'd predict here.
Where's
Am I-
Manuel? Oh, he went with them. Okay.
Am I still glowing? I feel like I'm still glowing.
No,
Tough
no,
guy.
man, you're okay.
Tough
Yeah,
guy.
stop.
How
You
much
haven't-
light am I currently emitting or reflecting?
I'd say
Does it seem like the usual amount?
slightly more.
Is
Slightly
it still?
more? I
is it
think I'm
still-
okay with slightly more right now.
I mean,
Thanks,
you
tough
you,
guy.
you tend to glow a lot, so
Mostly
you're-
reflect.
you're within standard.
At this
glow
point, those of
parameters.
you in the center of the city hear a shout go up from those battlements.
What?
What
Ha! What?
is that? The shout?
No, I'm
No.
pretty sure you should go over there. Is the idea.
Let's run.
I haven't spoken to Csen yet.
Oh, that's
Okay, what
true.
would you like to say to Kutsin?
Meanwhile,
Wait, before I do, I need something clarified. Everyone is evacuating to Csen's house, right?
Yes.
Everyone
Csen's
who's
country.
No.
So
Yes.
Eridu is built on ruins, and we found that the best
understand.
entrance into the big
I
underground
understand
store.
that part. I mean, is there
Okay,
anywhere else that's dead that soldiers are going, or anywhere to station themselves that I've missed before I
I
commit
think
to
they're
this,
staying in the
this plan?
city to defend it.
They're waiting for
Oh.
Seg's orders.
Well, I know. I meant
And
people
Seg is a
who
good friend of yours.
soldiers who are not Imperials. Soldiers who are like, is there anyone staying in the town to defend it?
Yes, those are those battlements that just had a shout go up from it.
Oh, in that case, I should probably just be sending the Imperial soldiers there, shouldn't I?
All right then. Yeah.
I misunderstood the situation. This is
Oh.
good. I don't have to be politically incorrect when talking with Csen.
You don't have to talk to Coots, is always a good situation.
Yes.
Hey,
Right.
I'm sorry, Coots, but you're an old coot.
Okay, who's rushing forward to investigate?
me.
Me,
Hell yeah! Team rush forward.
team, go
Manuel,
for
were
it.
you with us?
Hmm?
I thought you were with
All right.
Coots.
Team Go
But
For It.
we figured out that
sees,
we didn't actually need to, so that didn't happen.
Oh, okay.
Team Go For It sees their good friend with the edgy artwork and some anarchists that were going to cause so much trouble before are well represented here, and everyone just has sort of makeshift weapons. Not a lot of archers here. In fact, you got a lot of repurposed farm implements, honestly.
A lot of pipes and boards with nails.
Hey,
Oh.
don't talk down on nailboard, okay? I've seen someone do a lot of damage with nailboard.
Oh, I
Anyway.
have to. Don't.
Who looks like
worry?
who
man.
looks like the most capable of all these fighters?
There is a masked dragon spawn who has torn his shirt open in advance of the oncoming battle, because once you get closer to make out words, that's what you hear, that they've spotted a group of devils approaching.
Mint, did I not tell you that everything ends in a glorious sword fight?
Oh, okay. How many swords are there?
I have 2 extra
No.
swords, 2 regular swords when I got my magic one, so I'm gonna give one to.
How many swords do they have?
So I'm gonna give one to the one who.
Not every
looks-
fight
So
is
you're gonna
sword
start
fight.
juggling them.
No, I'm giving one of my extra swords to the badass dragon spawn.
Who here is the biggest fan of arena fighting, Tusk, that sort of thing?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm a fan, but my brothers participated in it enough that I'm pretty familiar
Okay.
with it.
You would probably recognize that the masked one as Rimdark the Magnificent Fist. He fights in the arena with that mask and is quite honorable and a friend to children.
Oh,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I think my older
Oh.
brother was in a tag team with him once.
You also recognize his shirtless chest because one of his
Because I think about it so much. Like, what are you getting?
Because one of his trademarks in the ring is to rip his shirt off before every match. Clearly.
That's a pretty good gimmick.
Also the thing you said.
I am glad that this guy is on our team.
I mean, what? Oh. So, wait. Hold on.
Yeah.
There's a gaggle of demons coming to kill us, and we are going to fight them with swords and
Excuse
sticks.
me, devils.
I'm sorry.
You need a sword or
I'm
you
sorry.
good?
Is this ready to fight?
Sorry, what was that?
How many devils are there? And
Well,
they like?
looking out, you see 8.
8.
8.
The
I'm
forces of
coming over
hell itself have arisen.
Hey guys, we're the 8 demons you are. Coming to fight.
I'm here.
Rib, get over here. You're not
I'm
with
here.
them.
You guys are
it's not
talking.
guys.
You guys are talking pretty big. You must not have fought devils before.
It's true.
No, we didn't
Oh, that
fight
was
devils
Rimdark
before.
talking.
Yes, it was. Hello, I am Rimdark, the Magnificent Fist. Do you like the way my muscles glisten? Yeah.
Yes.
You don't.
Very much so.
You don't have to answer. I already knew it was so. I could see it in your eyes, and I flex.
I turn away.
Even mine?
I could see it in your eyes, and I flex again.
How can you even see my eyes?
Flex.
The Imperial soldiers probably go over to the battlements
Uh,
now.
you
They're
see,
still
well, let's see. Now that Margaret is here, she recognizes clearly that, inhuman and aberrant as they may be, this is clearly a scouting party.
How many are there?
8.
Oh. It's
The approaching devils are a scouting party.
alright, well,
Hey, go away.
Presumably here to check out what the deal with this smallish medium city is.
I'm going to call the soldiers forward so we can give them a show of force. And suggest there are more of us than there really are, which is like 20.
Which is technically probably true if you count the people that are not
A-
right here.
Yes. Recalling the legendary commander Swimmy, you form a larger object than you seem to be individually.
That only works on owl bears.
Okay.
Is that true, Manuel?
Nothing works on owlbears.
It's on owlbears.
The unkillable.
That explains why Manuel is so not worried, because none of these devils are owl bears.
You don't want to fight an owlbear.
Oh, fuck owlbears. I don't like those things.
No, please do not attempt that. The owlbears
You
get
know,
very angry.
I'm gonna say Slots and Manuel should probably go over there. So I mean Slots and Wimbledon rather. So here we are.
Yeah,
Hello.
is anybody raising like a? Is anyone trying to tell your friends that, oh, by the way, the devils are here?
I
There's a scouting
sound
party.
the
let's
devil's
say that Slots and Wimbledon were floating around up above. So when they saw the devils, they spread the word and then landed down over here.
Wait, does
That's
that
a
mean
good
you're
idea.
gonna have 2 characters in this fight?
No, I'm not actually going to be Rimdark.
Oh.
Grimdark is an NPC provided by a patron of our game. Thank you, patrons.
Rimdark is very strong, and I am glad to fight by Rimdark's side.
I'm a pretty big fan.
Rimdark's,
Everybody knows that wrestlers.
he's a pretty big name in wrestling.
Andy's pretty.
The local militia,
I say as
you
if
can
I don't
call it
have a
that
poster.
just formed today, combined with Seg's mutinous, if you maybe
Not mutinous,
troops?
loyalist.
with Seg's division.
Loyalist.
It's called
Division.
double mutiny. He's mutinying the mutiner.
There's no such thing as double mutiny. If you mutiny against mutiny, it goes back to being right again. You're merely asserting proper authority.
Military has got some weird.
However you classify them, they're here. Them together, you've definitely caught the devil's attentions. And, okay. And with this, they start to... seeing your battlements, they just sort of start
That's what
walking
Manuel calls his pecs. The battlements.
around to the other side of the city.
Hey, stop it. Okay, let's roll
Okay,
initiative.
yeah, that's not.
Bring those back. Let's roll initiative. Okay. You called our bluff, Ironicus. Let's roll initiative.
Oh, before they can flank you, you're gonna jump into initiative. Sounds like a
Yeah,
plan
we're
to
gonna
me.
charge
Yes,
them.
charge them. Then
If
that's
they're
a
just gonna
terrible
walk
strategy,
away, we're just gonna
sure.
charge them.
Well, I mean, they weren't gonna walk away forever,
We-
just
we
until
could
you're
just-
not in your dug-in defenses
How
anymore.
dumb do they
We
think
could
we
just
are that we're gonna
stay-
let that happen?
We could just stay at a distance and like attack them with ranged stuff as they pass and see if they actually stop. And then
Look.
that way, you know.
I mean, they're a
Yes, we
scouting
can.
party. If we attack immediately, if we just start shooting, then they'll just run back to the main army. We have to stop all of them from getting away.
I don't know. They look pretty tough. I think they might get
Don't
caught
let
up into
anyone
five of
get
us.
away. I
What was
rolled
that?
a 25 and will add myself to initiative. This is slots, not Grimdark, by the way.
Thank you for clarifying.
Grimdark probably got like an 80. He's so great.
Mint is super
Luchadors
upset.
tend to be rather fast.
Mint is super
Hell
upset
yeah.
that they saw us and decided to go another way.
They tend to be very fast, regardless of how poorly they actually are.
Whoa, what are you
I'm
saying
still
about
glad-
Grimdark?
Not that Rimdark is.
Jeez.
Careful not to
No,
offend.
Rimdark is very cut.
Gotta tiptoe
as they
around
say.
his feelings.
What?